Yo guys, thanks so much for checking this video out. This is going to be a brand new channel where I devote basically all the content to Pokemon Go, my journey, to hit level 40, tips and tricks that I find along the way to help all of you guys, level up to 40 if you're not there yet. If you are at level 40, I'm sure some of the stuff I share would even help you anyway. But a little bit about me, basically in 2016, I played Pokemon Go pretty heavy, played it throughout 2016. In 2017, I took a break from the game. I'm not exactly sure the reasoning behind that, but I didn't pick it up until late 2018, like November, December time. At that point, I realized that there were a bunch of new features with raids and gyms and whatnot. Piqued my interest again, and I played it through the end of 2018 into early 2019, where we are now. In January, I went from level 26 to 27, and then I'm currently at 27, about to hit 28, and today is February 4th. Now, the reasoning for this video is hopefully I can help you guys if you're on the Ditto quest. One of the Meltan quests was to catch a Ditto. I found this very hard. I was researching a bunch of forums where people were suggesting what Ditto would hide in, and it took me probably 3 weeks to catch a Ditto, but this is how I did it. So I should also mention I don't live in a super heavily populated major city. I live in New Jersey, central New Jersey. It's definitely not rural, but at the same time, it's not a major city with a ton of Pokestops and gyms. So if you guys live in a major city or near one, it would probably be a lot quicker for you guys to use this method to find a Ditto for yourself for the quest. Okay, so this is what I found super helpful to me. My friend sent me this, what he used on his own quest for Ditto. You can also find this chart in various Pokemon forums and Discords, I'm sure. But basically, it's just showing you the different generations that are out right now, those Pokemon from each generation that Ditto's been known to take the form of. I'm not going to go through them all, but just look at this news as a reference when you're seeing Pokemon in the wild for what Ditto could possibly be. So, when I began my quest to find a Ditto, I basically looked at this chart and realized that Pidgeys and Rattatas and Mankeys spawn a lot where I'm at, so I immediately tried catching as many of each type as I could, waiting for the screen to read O instead of Gotcha. That's kind of how you know it's going to morph into Ditto. Now, days elapsed where I was just trying to catch those previously mentioned Pokemon that I said, and nothing was really turning into Ditto, so I was kind of getting discouraged. Eventually, I saw some Gulpins spawning near me, and I tried all of them. Nothing really turned into Ditto. Unfortunately, you don't know until you catch them, so you need to have an abundance of Pokeballs ready for this, but eventually a Whismur spawned, and it wasn't even near a Pokestop. It was kind of just in a remote area where nothing usually spawns, which was weird. But, I ended up going to catch the Whismur, and it broke out of a lot of balls, which is pretty uncommon for Whismurs, at least in my Pokemon Go experience. They're pretty easy to catch, but this one was definitely very hard, which made me think that maybe, it could have been a Ditto since it was a lot harder than I previously experienced with that Pokemon. So once I caught the Whismur, it read O, and then it turned into a Ditto, which was something that I didn't personally think would happen given how hard multiple people have described this quest as. It really took me about 3 weeks of catching various Pokemon from the chart that I posted above, and one turned into a Ditto, which sufficed the quest for me. So I'm going to put a picture of the Ditto, in my journal, as well as I already provided one, the screenshot of the actual one in my Pokédex or whatever. So, but that's how I did it. Refer to this chart. I like the Generation 1 spawns a lot more around me, but it actually wasn't what ended up being the Ditto. It was the Whismur, so keep that in mind. But with that, guys, I'm going to leave you at this point. I hope this information helps you, on your quest to find a Ditto, and I hope, in the long run, it helps you level up to whatever you guys need to be at. If you have questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to start a community where we can all kind of help each other reach this goal, and, there's no judgment here or anything, so feel free to ask me any questions, and that's it. I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.